Have you ever felt like you've given your power away? Maybe you didn't even know you were doing it until someone pointed it out. That's what happened to me this morning. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about stop giving away all your power and how you can recognize it, what it is, and of course, what you can do about it. Hello, lovely dynamic women, and welcome to the Dynamic Women podcast. I am Diane Rolston, your host, and I'm going to be free-flowing on this today about stop giving away all your power or stop giving away all the power. But I feel like you have your own power, and so that's where I want to go with it. Now, what is it? Now, I didn't give you specifics in this episode because I didn't want the it that I felt this morning that happened to me to be the thing that stops you from listening to this episode. So first, I'm going to give you some examples of what the it could be, what we could be giving away our power to, what it's doing to us, and a way that you can get around it. And I'm also going to weave in there what I went through this morning, which I feel kind of embarrassed about, but I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to share more about it with a little bit of reflection. Being that it happened just this morning, I don't have a lot of time to have been reflecting on it, but I feel super passionate about it. And I know I need to record this now while I'm kind of still in the remnants of the feeling. So what is it? What is the thing that we could be giving our power to? It could be things in our life. It could be people, our job, society, things that really just inhibit our growth and success. It could be a position, right? That position at work. It could be a person at work. You know, I saw someone the other day on my soccer team. The person on the other team was being lippy. And if you're in competitive sports, you know, people get lippy and they try to get under your skin. And when they can get under your skin, it throws you off your game because you're so focused on them and where are they and what are they saying and what are they doing and how are they bothering you that you forget to play your game as you normally would. And so in walking off the field, this player on my team was really giving away her power by talking about all the things about this other player, this opponent, instead of, you know, being in this moment of camaraderie around how well we did that first half. She was complaining. Instead of listening to the coach about the strategy for the next half, she was complaining. And not just complaining, but kind of like oozing negativity. And it was starting to impact me to the point where I said, I get it, you're frustrated, but let's leave that on the field and let's start fresh here. Now, that's not what happened to me this morning, but this is how someone in a certain situation could give away their power. Maybe you give away your power to someone who puts you down, an older sibling, a parent, someone at work. Maybe you give away your power and you don't show up powerfully in that moment. What was shocking for me is the thing that I was giving my power away to this morning was a piece of glass, a little bit of digital electronics, and some metal. It was the scale. Now, for some of you, you know, I've been on this journey. Kind of give you a timeline. May 5th, I hurt my knee. I tore my lateral meniscus playing soccer, the sport that I've played since I was probably 4. Love it so much. Love it, love it, love it. And one of the only things that we can really do for this type of injury is to strengthen the muscles around it, do physio, and lose weight. The other option is just don't play soccer anymore. And for me, that's just not an option. I just love it too much. And I gave up rugby earlier than I wanted to. So anyway, May 5th, that happened. And I decided June 5th that I would start working with a coach. Her name's Nicole. I'm going to put her information in the show notes for Nicole Dumont. And if you want a personal intro, I can give that to you. If you want to just reach out to her, just say I sent you so that she knows you're one of my connections and she'll treat you extra special. So June 5th, I started working with a coach because I believe that if we really want something in our lives, we need to work with a coach to get there. I know what to eat. I know what to do. but she had different strategies for me, and the accountability and the support and the acknowledgments and the troubleshooting. She could do all of that, right? So anyway, I started working with her, and I've been on this amazing journey where I've been just like getting rid of so much weight. So I'm probably down to about 32 pounds now, which is phenomenal. I'm really excited by it. I'm feeling great. I did another podcast on how I lost 20 pounds. But I think by the time that came out, I lost another like 5 pounds or something. But anyway, I just last week, like just this past week, I had on Thursday, I had Pilates and a soccer practice. Then I had on Friday night a soccer game, and then we did a double this weekend. So back to back, we played then on Sunday morning. And at the end of Friday's game, both my calves seized, muscle cramps, had to go off in the last minute. And I was very worried that I wouldn't be able to play on Sunday, very scared about that. Like, oh my gosh, how can I physically do this? Can my knee handle something else, a fourth thing in such a short period of time? And it was great. I had an amazing game. It was so amazing. I did so well. I was so proud of myself. Now, this is based on my like limited capacity right now. I was really happy with how I did in spite of my knee. So where did I give my power away? Well, I was feeling great physically, athletically. So I come home and I went and grabbed my kids, and we cleaned up all the leaves at front of our house. And then I went and helped my daughter clean her room. Like, I was high on endorphins. Life was good. I was feeling good about myself. I had hope again, hope that I could do well at soccer. And then I woke up in the morning, this morning, and the scale said I gained 3 pounds. What? But I exercised. What? But I did all these extra things. What is going on? I'm physically getting better and stronger, and my knee is not inhibiting me as much. How come I gained weight? I was so pissed. I was upset. I was frustrated. At first it was the kind of like the frustration and anger, and then it turned into sadness, complete sadness for how did I jump up again? And there was like a special number that I crossed over. It was like a goal of mine to cross over this specific number, and I got back over that number. And I was really upset. And I came down, and my husband's on afternoons right now. And so he was home, and I hugged him, and I just started crying. Because I went from such a high to such a low. Then I messaged Nicole, and actually, why don't I just read you? Why don't I just read you what I said? I said, here we go, pulling it up. I said, I went up yesterday, meaning the scale went up yesterday, and today I'm over again. Is this because I over-exercised and I shared about the different things? You know, that's the only difference from the plan. I'm still working on having more water, getting better sleep, and these have never affected my weight previously. And so what's going on? Is there a whoosh coming? Meaning, like, is there a big drop coming? And she thanked me for being open with her. And this is, again, why it's good to have a coach, so you can go and like bring your mess to them. And yeah, she said definitely could have been over exercising. I did actually end up missing a meal. I didn't skip a meal on purpose. I missed a meal just based on the timing. And I said, yeah, you know, I felt so great yesterday at soccer. Maybe it was so much soccer in the 4 days. I thought my knee wouldn't be good, but it was, and it gave me hope for the future. And then it made me, and you know, the other thing was our coach on Friday night bought pitchers of beer, and I didn't touch it. I had club soda and lime, and my team members had wings and nachos and shared them, and fries, and I didn't have any of that. I had a salad and a burger wrapped in lettuce. And I was so frustrated. It made me say to her, and this is where we get in like the screw it mentality. It made me think, why did I bother not having beer on Friday since I gained weight anyway? right? It makes us have these doubts. When we give the power to something, it makes us doubt ourselves, potentially to come off of course. And one thing that she said to me, like we shared back and forth a little bit more, but then she said, don't give the scale all the power. Don't give the scale all the power. And I said, don't give the scale all the power. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm snapped out of it. I realized I was giving this digital number on a piece of glass, plastic, metal. I was giving that the power. Like, what the hell? I have dropped over 30 pounds. I'm feeling better. I just had an amazing weekend of sports. So I ask you now, what is it? What is the it for you? Where are you giving your power away? Is it to a person? Is it to your job? Is it to a client, a family member, or a thing? Are you giving your power away to social media? Are you giving your power away to your phone, stopping you from doing other things, to Netflix? Are you giving the power away to the news? Are you giving the power away to what society thinks you should be like, look like, what you should own? Are you spending money on things just to kind of keep up with the Joneses? So what happens when we give up this power? It stops you from making progress. I was ready to say, screw it. I was so ticked. Like, what's the point? Right? I got in like a little pity party for myself. It stops you when you give away your power. It stops you from believing in yourself. It can take away hope. It cannot just make you say screw up. It can or screw it. It can make you actually give up. It could have pushed me to go and binge. Binge is not like what I would normally do, but it might make me go and just like, I'm going to eat everything because it doesn't matter, and give up on my goal. So what should we do? What should we do so we don't get into this place of giving away all of our power? Well, first we need to ask ourselves, where do I give away my power? Maybe the question of, who do I give my power away to? In which situations do I give away my power? Sometimes I feel like I'm dumbing myself down in rooms where people are very successful because I feel like I have still so much to learn, but so do they. And so I maybe don't stand in my brilliance. I don't own the successes that I've had. So when you figure out, where am I giving my power away? Also ask yourself, what is that costing me? For me, if I really fed into this could have costed me my progress. It could have cost me a few weeks. It could have cost me this whole goal of losing weight to be able to play soccer. So ask yourself, first, where do I give my power away? Second, what is it costing me? And the third, where do I want to put my power instead? Hopefully the answer is yourself. And the next question is, what am I going to do about it? Now that I know this, now that I have this information, what am I going to do about it? If you're in a position of you're giving your power away, I really hope you have someone like Nicole, a coach, someone that can call you out and say, don't give the scale all the power, or don't give that person all the power. Don't give that job all that power. Don't give that heckler in their audience all the power. Don't give that troll on social media all the power. I've had moments in my life where I've had people badmouth me, people talk behind my back, not get promotions. Am I going to give that all of the power? Nope. Have you ever had someone say no to you when you were trying to sell? Have you ever had someone choose to hire someone else when you know you're better? Have you ever missed out on an opportunity? Yeah. But that doesn't mean that takes all of your power away. Instead, it should fuel the word coming out of your mouth as, next one, next opportunity, next situation. For me, next day, the next day, next day, and next day, and next day, where I'm choosing to have a healthier life because I know it's what I want. So usually when you give your power away, it is not for things that you want. So I encourage you to really take a hard look at every area of your life, every situation, every person, and ask yourself, am I giving my power away to this person, this situation, this thing, or am I in control of my own power? What I really wish for you is that those around you actually boost your power, evolve your power. There's a thing that Brendan Burchard said when I was at his Experts Academy, and he said, power plants don't have energy, they create it. So the same thing you could think about is maybe you feel like you don't have the power. Well, power plants don't have the power. They generate it themselves. They create it. And so what I encourage you to do is, if you're feeling a little bit powerless, is to start generating power for yourself. Make those strong decisions, even if it's like, what am I having for breakfast? Rather than that energy of like, I don't know, maybe I'll see what someone else is having, why don't you just decide? Tap into what you want and choose to have that for yourself. So stop giving it all the power, whatever that is. Don't give your power away, and step into what you really want. Thank you for listening to that. I trust that there's some points there that made sense for you. I would love to see that in a comment. Or if it's a little bit too personal, feel free to reach out, Diane at DianeRolston.com, and let me know how this episode impacted you. Best thing you can do right now is to share with a friend and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the episodes that I drop on here. Place I love to hang out, go live, ask cool questions is my Dynamic Women Facebook group. Link will be in the notes. And so until next time, stay dynamic. Bye.